I think Lucky's about to bark. I got church bells. Welcome to 1111 True Crime, my beautifuls. I'm Mama D, and today, for those of you that are still interested and still have questions in the Jay Slater case, we're going to deep dive a little bit here, and it's all about free thinking. That's the key. A lot of us talk about freedom of speech, but even with freedom of speech, there are these rules, right? You have to make sure you don't say this or that, and it's still, there's censorship. But the main thing is, I'm inspiring those that are ready to free think. When I say free thinking, I mean when a narrative gets sold to you in a crime, and there's nothing solid to back it up, that gets to be a problem. And that's when cases get really hammered, right? When all of a sudden everybody is like, the pieces aren't fitting to this puzzle. Something's wrong. It doesn't jive. We have no proof of Jay in Masca. We have Ophelia, who she's a local that works there. We all know that employees seem to be controlled by the powers that be of the island. So we can't really rely on her. All right, let's take the next witness for Masca. Ayub, a convicted felon who has absolutely zero credibility with most people, including myself. Then we have Lucy and Brad, who can't get their story straight, have changed the timeline. It's crazy when you really think about the ones that we're counting on to give us the story of what happened with Jay. So one thing I did want to mention is that in this free thinking, it almost is like you have to go back to where you have something solid, which is that phone call with Jay to his mom stating he's going to the last NRG rave night. All right, so that's Sunday night, it's Sunday night he's going to go to the rave. We have him in light gray and green shirt at Papagayo's, and that is Papagayo's. That's a staircase at Papagayo's that we see that everybody believes Lucy is being walked down. Okay? So after the NRG festival, we got nothing for CCTV footage, excluding, we've done our research. We know where Jay's apartment is and the Los Cristianos beach, which is unique beach because of its golden sand. So a lot of people that have been to Tenerife said that's not the right beach because it's fake, there's no golden sand. But Los Cristianos beach is known, and I'm going to prove it, for its golden sand. The next thing we did is we did prove that that is a physical location that has a camera. That's big. What I found in digging back into it is I believe I can see Jay's apartment from that location, and I want to show you that. But the most important thing is that we have been led to believe by nothing more than searchers that said they weren't investigating that that is fake footage because the fixed audio of the camera on that beach of well, they say it's not Los Cristianos. We've proved it is. 1,000,000,000% locked in. I would feel comfortable going to a court of law and saying, look, I can prove through 7 landmarks that these are the identical places. And now I have another one that's going to prove it too. So we can put this beach footage, whoever's in the footage, whatever's going on at that beach. Now, it's interesting because why would that footage have not been wiped if allegedly someone in power, somebody like an ex-mayor or something like that, can pull all the other footage? But we have somebody that's more of a beach. Let me get it over here and I'll show it to you. A beach person, and they are the boating Manchester, and they know things, and they brought up something, so they must be local, that are just extremely intelligent and very well versed in the area of Tenerife, okay? And I feel they nailed something for us as to why that footage would not have been wiped and why it would be out of control of people that are trying to squash anything about Jay outside the NRG rave and Masca. So I'm going to jump in, say hello to a few beautiful people. We are an interactive live true crime chat, which means we have a beautiful live audience, and they add a lot. Add a great deal. You add a great deal. You never know what's going to come up. Such as this came up by a beautiful 1111 last time we did a live almost at the end, and I want to reiterate it today. So if it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, is it a duck? Because we have quack quack, right? On the footage in the audio, and you hear somebody saying, "Let me go get my boy Quack Quack." We would not have known, none of us would have even realized to put that on this audio. And this beach footage came out month prior to anyone in this case knowing that Ayub is called Quack Quack. Like, what? So the person making and falsifying the beach footage would have had to known, but nobody else did, that Ayub was Quack Quack. And then we have to take that leap of faith and go, okay, they're setting up Ayub and Lucy right there, because definitely it's suspicious. Makes you think Lucy knows way more, that Ayub helped cover up something. It sounds like this person is getting cut by a cactus and looks like they're limping away. So the person designing this falsified footage has to know before, a month before anybody else knows, that Ayub is Quack Quack, number one. Number two, they have to really find an audio that sounds like Lucy, right? Number three, you said he wouldn't get cut. You said he wouldn't get stabbed. It all sounds premeditated, like there was something that was going to take place, and it wasn't. It was discussed. Okay, is he going to get cut? You're not going to hurt him like that. You're not going to draw blood, right? Like, was that conversation had? So I want to know what you guys are up to, and I want to work on the Jay Slater case today. Hey, Crazy Cat, how can a person rest in peace after having such a horrific thing happen to them? Jay won't rest till we get the truth. Fact. Hey, Susan Paris. Hi, Cammie. Hey, Jan's Views. Make sure and give her a shout out over on her channel, Jan's Views, as well as thank you, Streamline Entertainment. You did a beautiful job, Marvin. I really appreciate all the work you're doing, because you're doing good work, and you, I feel, have it figured out when you're incorporating the comments from the viewers, because most of the viewers know more than the creators, in my opinion. You guys are a brilliant source when it comes to casework, because you are all over the place. Each one of you knows things. We just have to sift through some of it. But the big thing is, how would the person know to put Quack Quack in the audio? How would they know to make it sound like Lucy? Where would they have got the footage? But the big question then would be, why would they be setting up Lucy and Ayub? And even bigger question would be, why all the flying monkeys trying to debunk the footage? Why is it such a big deal to people that are just searchers that may or may not have found Jay? Why would they care if we found some to literally discredit and say, nope, that's absolutely false. There is no audio when it can be checked that easy. And Angel's piece of peace, check her channel out. She's the one that found the sound for that video, for that camera. And indeed, live sound is on there, crystal clear. And it's loud. You can hear it. So I want to switch over real quick. We'll go to Quarter Chat. This is by Boating Manchester. The reason the webcam footage was never removed is because the owners of the webcam do not live or work on the island. It does not belong to the building owners. It belongs to an offshore company who provides fee webcams worldwide and generate revenue from advertisements, etc. So all the footage will be out of reach of the corruption on the island. The company who owns the webcam is Skyline Webcams, based out of Italy. Boom, boom, boom. Just saying. So that could be why we have the beach footage. That's crazy. It made me really think. I put, bam, you nailed it. Let me see. Let's go back. Bam, you nailed it. Big love to you, Boating Manchester, because I checked and you are correct. That is true. So why would anybody decide I'm going to implicate Quack Quack and know to do that and Lucy before anybody knows that the boy's name, the man's name, is Quack Quack? It doesn't work. And so whoever made that video may have been on the beach screaming that. Let me get my boy Quack Quack. You said he wouldn't get stabbed. Oh, Jay, F-U-C-K. You said he wouldn't get cut. Oh, my golly, we got a kid walking away with a limp, right? And then we have Jay being told, Lucy telling the story that Jay was bit by a cactus and laying in a ditch. But yet, literally, her phone call is overlapping, allegedly, Brad's, who's saying somebody's going to ring him, and Jay's saying, I'll ring you back. So it's back-to-back calls. But yet nothing is said to Brad about being bitten by a cactus or laying in a ditch. He's not laying in a ditch, even though the phone's ringing with Lucy coming in. And he's going to tell her, I'm laying in a ditch cut by a cactus. We got Brad, who's laughing. So we have two different stories, not even a minute apart. What? How's that work? Okay, one of you give me a call, and I'll be like, look where I am, ha 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 ha. We were just in the rave, and now I'm up in the mountains. I don't even know where I am. I think I'm going to call a cab, okay? I'll ring you back. Talk to you later. Okay, bye, cuz. I got somebody calling me. Yeah, bye-bye. Got to ring you back. Somebody calling me. Oh, my God. I'm cut by a cactus. I think I'm going to die. I'm laying in a ditch. That does not happen. We can't go from, ha, 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 I was just at the rave, look where I am now, to, I think I'm going to die, I'm cut by a cactus. No. It won't work. And so that whole scenario, there's something terribly wrong with connecting those puzzle pieces, because you're not going to fake it with Brad that everything's fine and you're calling a cab and you got to get off here and and you're FaceTiming and all this, and then if you're ever going to listen to me in your life, Jay, listen to me now. So we go from laughing and having fun to call interrupted, and now we got sudden death literally at our doorstep. And so I don't think any of that happened. And so we go back to the energy rave, and then we look at Jay's apartment. It is so close to this beach. 6 minutes or something like that. 6 to 10 minute walk. Maybe 10 minutes. But I want to show that to you. And it's crazy to me. Simon John Lavender, the sand came from the Sahara Desert as volcanic Sandus Black. I thought it could be man-made. I'm not sure. Steve, the Cockney, says, quack, quack. Jaybird, welcome back. Doesn't mean to say that Roman doesn't have direct access to them through his access of once being the mayor. I'm just saying, we still got it. Poor Jay. Yeah. Thank you, copycat. Kaplan says, you're bang on it, Mama D. Making sense, says Silver Cent. All right, you guys. So, as we go through this, I want to switch over. So, it's going to take me just a second because, yeah, I want to do this. I got to open a new screen for you. Okay. Are we fully in the frame? Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Now, I want to show you this. So, let's open up the beach footage. Pause it. All right. So you can see this part. You can see this part, right? Let me move this down. Okay. Do you see this? Right here? In the beach footage. Right there. That alone is a very unique to only Los Cristianos. Okay. Let's get turned around. I went too far. Where'd I go? I moved away, y'all. Hold on. Okay. We have people giving us the thumbs up at the table. Okay. You can see it right here. It's very hard for me to get centered on Google Maps, but you get the feel right there. I'm really trying, y'all. Did it. There it is. And like I said, actually, let's grab the smaller. There it is. You're seeing that little tip right here. Now, over here is this very tall building. It's also the direction of Jay's apartment. So I want to head down here if I can do it again. It took me a little while to wiggle in there, but we're going to go on the dock as far as we can to the boats. All right. Now, I want to zoom in. Do you see this apartment building or motel, hotel, whatever you want to call it, how unique it looks? It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories, and it's like a half circle here or something, and it's white. All right, let me show you the Palama beach, not beach, but apartment. This is where Jay was staying, is this circle of these apartments, and see how weird they are with their balconies, and they're 5 stories high. You can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the bottom. And I'm wondering if that's not actually Jay's apartment. And then you would walk this beach line, right? Just like that girl's doing. Over here. And boom, we're on the beach already. So what I'm showing you is this area at the end of the dock, across this little cove, if you will. That's, whoops, there it is. That to me looks very close, and I could be wrong, but that's what I was thinking, is that's Jay's apartment. And so you're literally very, very close. Again, I could be wrong, but it does look similar. And here we are at the beach. So if we look at that beach footage and we go, okay, they would never know to say quack, quack. How would they get Lucy's voice? Why would they be setting up Ayub and Lucy to look like something happened to Jay and they were involved? That's what it would take to falsify the video, is to get the sounds and know what words to say, and to have a motive to make a false video that makes it look like Lucy did something very bad and the Ayub did something very bad, right? Aw, Carly Eaton, thank you so incredibly much, lovely. The ground statues, right, Brindle? Where's the update going to be? I don't know. I've heard there's some huge update that they're going to release that Jay's still alive and that he's running around from apartment to apartment. And to me, it's somebody that's out there doing the whole can of beef kind of thing. And if you can't follow me on that part, when I say can of beef, I'll leave it to you to discern for yourself. So, right, Cammie, not that far. So let's say we go back to thinking about what Brad said. I just came out of the rave myself. So he would have been going to that beach, either around the way to drive on the road or in walking. He would have come very close to that Los Cristianos beach in order to get to that apartment that he is sharing with Jay in the room, right? And he's saying he just came out of the rave himself when he talked to Jay. Had he really talked to Jay? I don't know. But to say I just came out of the rave myself makes it sound like Jay just came out of the rave too. That they both just come out of the rave and they're just going to get a taxi in the morning. I'm wondering a lot about, why is Jay's money back in his room? Wouldn't you want your money on you? Did he make it back to his room, or did something happen? I mean, when we look at this, I want to show you this restaurant up here. Okay, let's get back over. We have this restaurant, the cafeteria, right? I don't think that would be open, but they said they stopped and got drinks. So I was looking to see if they could have stopped at the Los Cristianos beach and found a soda machine, a pop machine. So I've been looking, but I haven't found anything that says, you know, here's where you could get, I mean, you'd think there'd be that'd be a great place to have a bottled water machine even. But I haven't seen it. I haven't been able to find a soda machine. But it made me wonder when Ayub says, yeah, we stopped off to get a couple drinks. Well, the ocean is a drink too, if you really want to think about it. Even though it's salt, it's considered the biggest drink in the world, the ocean. I don't know, take it for a pinch of salt, but I don't have anything that puts me with Jay and Masca. And as far as I can get is the energy rave and then this beach footage. I want to know what your thoughts are. Electric paramedic. You said if he was in problems with someone, I think he would have snuck out the back way and gone to the beach way to not get noticed by them had he had problems with. Interesting. Alfie wonders if Jay is still alive. She says, or he says, this makes me wonder if he's still alive. Crazy Cat says Jay is not alive. I don't believe he is either. We will get there. Interesting you bring this up. I have something to talk about. Heavenly, hello, lovely. You said, hey, Mama D. Ain't the guy who speaks fluent Spanish very interesting? I like him. I do too. Duncan, I think. Don't quote me. But I have a question. Let's get this up on the screen. This is something I wondered in the beginning, and I never brought it up. And I'm like, I need to bring it up. Why is, if this is such a troll in the very beginning, that it was sent to Debbie, the mother of Jay, of the missing boy, Jay, why is it written in Spanish? A troll is going to take the time to put it in Spanish and know how? That's baloney. Where's my goat? Our mascot, the goat. No way in the world. I doubted it could have been a troll that was on the outside, some internet sleuths trying to rattle Debbie. I really didn't believe so. But now, you tell me who knew how to write Espanol so damn good. You feel me? And in the translation, think about what it's saying. I have Slater with me. I need this 30,000. That happens to be exactly what the GoFundMe was set up for. Otherwise, we will let him, right? We have fed him to keep him our distributor. I don't know what that means. Let me look at this. Tangle A, Jane Slater, necessity of 30,000 pounds. Contrario, meaning otherwise. Yeah, that's saying we'll let him die. They've been conserving him, right? Something about our distributor, Lucy. Okay, so it's saying Lucy is the distributor. It says, Nuestra distributor, blah, blah, blah. Lucy, okay, our distributor, Lucy, knows who I am and where to find me. She has chosen not to talk to me. I want that bag, Lucy. This is not a trap. The boat is somewhere hidden. He is moored, and we visit him daily. Moored. What does moored mean? Hold on, y'all. I gotta find out what moored means. Attached by cable or rope to the shore, or they even knew how to seriously speak Spanish, because they're using words that you wouldn't know, like moored. And we visit him daily to check on him and feed him. How would they know to write that in Spanish? Oh, ye boat stairs, oh my God, behind the writing. Yeah, it looks like boat stairs. It looks like the stairs in the picture of, let's take a look at that real quick. Let me get it. Hold on just a second, y'all. This is a live and I don't edit, so you see real-time work. I don't can my sharing or pre-plan it. I just grab stuff I want to show. All right, hold on. I'm looking at, 1 trillion pictures here real quick in our files. And I'm not seeing the one I need right this second, of course. There it is. Okay, let's go back. So I've always said that that looks like boat stairs, and then when we get that picture, hold on, we're going to have to open up that picture in a different way so that they don't use the same program, so that we can do it side by side to compare. Okay, we're getting there, y'all. So a lot of people say that this picture of Jay looks like it's in a car. I say it looks like boat stairs to me. And I'm wondering, are these the same stairs? After he was on the beach, and we have, oh no, Jay, I'm sorry, Ab, don't cut him. You said all that. It makes you really wonder, are these? How would they know, as a troll, to put all this in Spanish? You have a Spanish troll? Crazy Cat says it's similar. Sam R says, sorry, Teresa. Sam R says it contradicts nothing. They could have took him from the beach. Exactly. Let's not forget the boat footage. Has that been debunked yet? All I know is that was sped up, and I slowed it down to 25%, and the waves are still moving fast. So I'm not sure they're running. Amber Tossler says, sounds like Roman could be behind the Spanish text message. He may have government ties. Boom! I was waiting. Allie Harris says, it is the boat stairs. Look at the Maruba spec. Well, that blue color being the same caught in the pictures is sus to me, says Az. Thank you for modding, Az. Y'all, I need you to seriously pray for Jennifer Swain. I have not seen her in a couple of days. I have not heard from her. And she's one of our beautiful mods. And I know she's in, the hurricanes. She's gone through a lot. So pray for her, please, for her safe return. Aw, thank you, Amber. Thank you, lovely. Paula, how are you doing? Lisa Courtney says, DYA, did you know? When it was said that Jay was carried off by an Eastern European big man, could that have been CT? Wow. Ain't gonna touch that. Boom, boom, boom. Wow. Damn. Electric Paramedic says, if Sonny Wilson's family was staying there, and if it's not Tom but Sonny, Jay allegedly gives the bag to him in the club, it would make sense. I don't believe Jay gave the bag because, one, as you see him falling back, you can see the bag, so it's still on him. Josephine wants to know who's going to release this update, which official bodies. I don't know. It should be interesting. Pamela Peters, one person that is never mentioned is why Lena Patel has not spoken up. She was a lady who is said to have driven Lucy around all day. A stranger that I heard is made-up account of Lucy's. All right, listen. Lena Patel's name is also a missing person that was found years ago. I think that's strange. It's like, could it be a made-up name? Allie Harris says, we have stayed there several times, and that is the apartment Jay and Lucy shared. It takes approximately 7 minutes to walk, as it's a pedestrian from the dolphin structure. Gotcha. Jay was not part of attacking Tom. Okay, let me get caught up because I'm way. Hey, Buckshot George, welcome back, lovely. Mama D, there is footage in the club shown by a streamer, maybe Wax, where Jay pushes Lucy's arm away as though she wanted him to stay as not to go somewhere or with someone, and Lucy was showing concern. I'll have to try to check that out. Hey, Gary T, you're late to the party, you said? I'm going to have to watch the video later. Well, thank you, Gary T, for showing up. Electric Paramedic says, okay, if he gave the bag or not don't really matter, right? That could be it, Sonny. And if it is Sonny, he could have something direct to do with rugs. They are in the same business, you know. All right, let's talk for a minute. Pauline says, that's not a car window, it's a boat window skylight. All right, let me see how I can put this kind of strongly. I totally lost my train of thought. Okay, Roman. So, it's just strange, the whole thing, that it's written in Spanish, that it came on so early as a message to the mother. Could Jay have been swooped up, like that one guy was alleging, after being cut, taken to the beach, because you're not going to want to take him to a motel and get blood everywhere. So you go to the beach, and then you have this whole meltdown. But to get to that beach, if Jay is cut, he would have to be cut on that beach, or he wouldn't have been able to walk the whole way from Papagayo, a 45-minute walk. There is no way with a leg cut that he's going to make it 45 minutes. So then it makes me wonder if it all was like some sort of a play fight to start with, but Jay didn't know it was going to get real. Who was it? It was Haji, Daji Haji, that was there the week before on June 9th. And he's got his put 'em ups going along. He likes to scrap, it looks like. Now I have a weird question, and then we're gonna close it up right there. I want to get over here. This is the weird question. Who the hell is in this getup that's all blurred out? How come this person has their arm tightly around Jay, right? They've got their mouth covered. It looks like a hot day to me. I don't even know if this is at Tenerife. Just a picture I found. All right. They've got this thing wrapped around their head and their mouth, and they're in sunglasses, and their identity is still being hidden. We can kind of see that they have light-colored hair. And I'm like, what kind of photograph is this that we're looking at? You feel me? Jay don't look happy. Nobody else, no one else here has their mouth covered or anything. This person's in a complete, like, disguise, if you will. Is that Creamfields? Maybe this is Creamfields. Look at the wristband. That could be Creamfields. I just find it strange. I wanted to ask because I didn't know, and the best way to get the information is to ask. I didn't think it would have anything to do with it. But let's just say that whoever wrote this message to Debbie definitely knew how to fluently, I would say, speak Spanish and write it. And where do we have Jay? Allegedly with Ayub. Could it be that we had the ex-mayor running the little ex-convicts around that had the recruiter and the worker? So in my opinion, you'd have Roman, you'd have Ayub, you'd have Lucy, all the way down to the new recruits. From Lucy, you would have Brandon, and then Brandon would be the ones bringing in that new victims. And now they're all covering it up, but this beach video got out. And again, who knew Spanish this well? And that looks like boat steps to me. Just saying. It really, really does. Those stairs are steep too, says Nicey. I agree. Anita says, I noticed that mouth covered like a fake pic of Jay and sunglasses. It's so weird. Samar said, I started to think that Chris 10 was part of it. The way he totally switched, I think he got threatened when he said someone threw his phone where it pinged, and they really threatened him because tourism. I also think it's because they mentioned about, is it possible some guys carried off Jay? Remember that? Both Lucky and him were talking, and all of a sudden Chris is talking about how somebody could have carried off Jay. A couple men or 4 men could have carried off Jay. And Lucky's like, nobody carried off Jay. Nobody carried off Jay. Pamela Peters says 100% you're on the right track with sidetracked to Masca, but great that you are going back to see what was dismissed at the beginning. So you guys, I want to ask you, final question. If it's a troll, why did they choose to write it in Spanish for the threatening message of, we got your boy, owes me a lot of money, distributor Lucy, and talk about a boat? That was very early on. That even precedes the beach footage. And then, I know you're sick of hearing it, but let me grab our mystery beach footage. Just listen. Wait a minute. When she says that one thing, I'm sorry, some people feel that she's saying, I'm sorry, Ayub, because that allegedly is the real way to say his name. I don't know. We'll play it one more time for you. My boy Quack Quack. I mean, can't make it up. I love you guys. I thank you for being here today. Like I said, it wasn't an earth-shattering boom, 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 but in a way it is. Because we now know that if that beach footage is real, that tells us a lot more. And if it's not real, how did they know to use Quack Quack as a name? How did they get Lucy's voice? And the biggest question of all, if they're faking it, how would they know to put that all together before we knew that he was named Quack Quack? A month before we knew that he was Quack Quack. And then you had this Spanish written message. It all just starting to add up. And it takes me to a boat. Not necessarily the Maru boat. I don't know what boat. But it's written in Spanish. And it's given to the mother very, very early on. And it talks about Lucy as a distributor. And on that beach, it says, you said he wouldn't get stabbed. And it says, let me get my boy Quack Quack. I'm just saying. I love you guys. I greatly do. And I will see you again very, very soon. I have a new video coming out, well, alive, that we will be talking about the Mullenstein case as well, either tomorrow or the next day. So make sure, hit like, subscribe, and that little bell so that you know when I'm uploading next. I love you to the moon and back. That's a wrap. Bye, my beautifuls.